Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to be doing another one of these. Let's talk about one of these more supporting characters in the Spider-Man kind of comics and stuff, and that's going to be J. Jonah Jameson. So yeah, I actually got this idea because I wanted to actually talk and go over his character and stuff, exactly how he acts in the comics and TV shows, movies, whatever, etc. So yeah, I wanted to say some stuff about him just quickly and kind of just go through his character. Alright, I guess let's begin here. So, J. Jonah Jameson, he is, most people know him as kind of that guy who runs a newspaper business called the Daily Bugle, and he pretty much is a Spider Man hater. That's what people think of him when they see him, and yeah, that's rightfully so. And everything he's depicted as that's what he originally is supposed to be for. Now, in this video, I'm kind of going to go over exactly what his character type is. If you understand, you'll understand him once I explain more, but just talk about the character a little bit more. That's the point of these Let's Talks. So, yeah. So we know J. Jonah Jameson isn't always the nicest guy in terms of, he's a very angry, aggressive guy. He yells a lot. He's like a very big Spider-Man hater. He's very just an angry kind of guy towards especially Spider-Man, for example, and not too much towards other superheroes, but mostly Spider-Man. And he's a hater most of the time. He does not like Spider-Man. And previously, I've actually got this idea because I was recently watching the Raimi trilogy, and I saw some key aspects, especially from Jonah Jameson. I was like, oh, he's a pretty layered character, I must say. So that's something as well as in the comics as well. We could see many instances of him being very layered and just a different type of character. Because even though a lot of people dislike him because of his disbelief of Spider-Man and calling him a criminal and all that crap, he still is not just some bad guy or something like that. I think of him as in the grave, even though he's done. I'm not gonna say he's completely done no wrong, but he's not no villain or anything like that. And I'll talk about various instances. So obviously, sometimes in the comics, he creates teams of villains or stuff, and I don't think he's doing it with the intent of just to destroy New York or something like that. He's always tried to disbelieve Spider-Man, and that's something as well we've seen a lot in his character, of course. And yeah, I guess I'm pretty much making this video just to show off kind of more of the good side of it. So I'm not gonna go into too much in the bad side. But I guess yeah, let's go in the start. Let's just start with an instance from the Raimi trilogy, for example. So we see in the Raimi trilogy, uh, I'll say in Spider-Man 2, we see Otto Octavius. He's Doctor Octopus. He comes and he breaks into the Daily Bugle, and now at this time, uh, Spider-Man has just he's there, and Otto is sent by Norman or Harry Osborn. Sorry, he's sent by him to find Peter Parker just to because they know that Peter takes pictures for Spider-Man, and of course he's Spider-Man, obviously. So he's sent there. He breaks in immediately and grabs Joe Jonah Jameson, and he pretty much grabs him, and he's basically joking and being like, "Where's Peter Parker?" Pretty much, and just when you're like, "Oh, look at the way look at the way J. Jonah Jameson acts. He might just give him up or be a squealer." But surprisingly, to the surprise, he decided not to do that, and he's like, "I've never met him. I have nothing to do with this guy." Even though he bloody well knew exactly where Peter was, he still he still didn't decide to give up his character and just yeah, he decided not to completely give away where Peter was. He was deciding to be a hero there, and that could be self-centered stuff, ego stuff, but I don't think it was. I think it was actually Jay Jonah being a good person. Uh, so yeah. Another thing as well is, I think of the whole reason J. Jonah really. I don't know if they dived into this in the comics, but you can at least see it in the Raimi trilogy at least. You could see that J. Jonah seems like he's very envious of Spider Man. How I'm pretty sure J. Jonah would like to do some good, but the thing is, he's a bit envious that, of course, Spider Man has all these powers, saving all these people, getting all this heroism, while he is kind of getting flack and stuff, and obviously some of it's his fault, but he's a little bit. You could see definitely that reasoning why he doesn't like Spider-Man in the first place, and I mean, I know there's probably some people as well, honestly, that would do the same, so I'm not too surprised. Another thing would probably be he has an insane amount of guilt. As per saying, I can't remember the comic, but there was a comic where he has in the insane amount of guilt of just again with that why I was mentioning that supervillain stuff in that team. When that happened, he had an insane amount of guilt of over that stuff and just the way he acts and stuff, and you could see that really come out in that comic book run. And yeah, you could see that he's not really super like he tries not to do stuff like that, and he's not very villainous or anything like that. And a lot of people know that, especially from the comics and stuff and whatnot. But you could definitely see that J. Jonah Jameson is definitely not a really terrible guy. And again, he sees, I mean, in his own way, in the Spider-Man Raimi trilogy as well, in his own way, he's trying to help Peter out, kind of, by, especially with, like, when he goes to balls and stuff, he always brings Peter, even though he's just a freelance photographer, he's not actually hired by them or anything like that. So that's something else, especially with his character. He tries to help out in his own special way, which in some cases, it's just it comes across as more angry and just annoying, kind of. But yeah, he tries to show in his own way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Comment down below. What do you guys think of J. Jonah Jameson's character? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's bad? I think he's a bad guy. Do you think he's a good guy? Do you think he's in the middle? Curious to see what you guys think. But anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.